committee just reported to me. She was at the Capitol. They are contemplating cutting the CalWorks grant to $375 for 3. What is rent? What is rent? It is more than $375. So I'm now going to yield to my beloved co-awardee, Mark Merin.
Okay, I'm Ron Blubaugh. I'm going to let Mark have the last word because he was our main person along with Cathleen, and I just helped him. I have a lot of friends who don't know much about what all of you know about. They don't understand homeless people. They don't quite get it. And I always tell them that everything that you do in your normal life, if you do it out on the street, it's illegal. If you lie down to sleep and pull up a blanket over you, that's camping paraphernalia that you're pulling over you, and as soon as you pull the blanket up and have a pillow under your head, you're illegally camping. If you have to go to the toilet, and you can't go in any restaurant, obviously, because it's for customers only. You're engaging in disposal of waste in public. If you open a beer, as most of us might do some evening in the backyard, that's illegal. So almost everything in your daily life that you do, that all of us are accustomed to, it's illegal outside. So in this lawsuit, what we tried to do was to keep the police from taking their property. They took their property without notice and destroyed it. So the lawsuit was all about stopping that. Now Mark's going to talk to you a little bit about another effort that we're going to engage in to try to stop this whole process under the county ordinance that now exists. Mark.
This 30 pages I have in front of me is not a speech. Rather, these are sign-up sheets for the operation, the enterprise that Ron suggested we're undertaking. We have been fighting for years to protect homeless people's rights to be outdoors somewhere legally. But in fact, everything that we've tried to do has only resulted in the protection of their property rights. It seems to suggest that property is valued much higher on the hierarchy than our personal and civil rights. What we want to do, however, recognizing that our goal, the goal of this organization and the organizations that comprise the Sacramento Housing Alliance, is to provide housing. What we want to do is take care of the people who are in line for housing. Those people are now homeless. They're living outdoors. And under the city ordinance as it now exists, they are always illegal, always violating the ordinance that prohibits living outdoors, either on public or private property. What we are trying to do now, we've worked with the city to try to get them to agree to allow homeless people to be on a piece of property where they can set up their tents or set up some kind of housing, preliminary to housing, in a permanent setting, and we've gotten nowhere. What we're now trying to do is attack the ordinance that makes living outdoors illegal. So we're trying to bring a group together as a steering committee to figure out whether we're going to put an initiative on the ballot that would amend the anti-camping ordinance so as to say that during a time of shelter crisis, and we know we are in a shelter crisis where people are not able to get into shelters, funds for which are being reduced, and instead are living outdoors, but during that period of time, they will be able to live on and set up tents and whatever else on private property that private property owners make available to them. This is, we know the heart of Sacramento will open itself to homeless people and offer places for them to be. So what I have here, and all you have to do is come up and ask me, is a little sheet that says, I as an individual...
Distribute them to the tables.
Okay, we'll distribute them to the tables, my better half has said here. This will allow individuals and organizations who want to participate in the steering committee to revise the anti-camping ordinance to make it legal for homeless people to sleep on private property with the consent of the owner. We can do it, and we can change the law and change the world for homeless